Hey guys, so I wanted to go over some of the cynicism that's been going on with Star Wars. Cynicism. Anyways, so now it's been almost a year since the Last Jedi came out. It's been about 10 months now, and the it's still going on. And I think a lot of people have been piggybacking off of the cynicism to get more viewership on their YouTube channel, which is kind of bad because a lot of this same topic has been going on for a long time now, and I think they already get it, especially because of the essential protest that happened with the Solo movie and how that tanked in the box office kind of proved their point. But now it's like, what are you saying at this point? You know, like why am I still hearing this? Why do I need to hear the same thing over and over again? And I understand that there's problems with these new movies, especially every time a new company takes over a new IP, it always tends to fail. Actually, and it's happening with Halo, it's happening with Gears of War, it's happening with actually the only one that I actually haven't seen that is with Marvel movies, and Marvel Studios has been doing a pretty good job about that actually. But for some reason Lucasfilm is somewhat in the water. But the thing is, the cynicism just keeps spreading because what's happened with the new Star Wars movies is that it's put a bad taste in everyone's mouth to the point where, like, anytime you release content that revolves around the new trilogy now, everyone hates it. And that's kind of proof with the First Order. The Resistance show. It's a show that's meant for children. It's a show that can probably get people into Star Wars, and it doesn't seem like a bad show, to be honest. It's definitely aimed at children, so I'm not really mad about it, especially because I'm a huge Clone Wars fan, and Clone Wars is on the way. So, but I think broadening the demographic of having the Resistance show, having the Forces of Destiny show, I think is a fine idea to broaden the demographic to more different audiences. Now, with the Clone Wars on the way, with the Mandalorian on the way, with other projects coming soon, I think the only way to go now is up. To be fair, especially because you have to have patience because projects always take forever to make, especially because they take a lot of money and a lot of manpower. I'm not sexist, I swear. A lot of power, person power, human power. Anyways, so yeah. Now, what was he? Yeah. So basically, I think the only way to go is up. With the Star Wars Jedi game on the way, with the new shows on the way, I think Star Wars is going to get better, especially with J.J. Abrams taking over again. Hopefully, he doesn't make another rehash of A New Hope. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm cynical too. I am beyond cynical with the lack of deep lore into the expanded universe and how we keep revolving around the original trilogy and the new trilogy rather than going back to the Clone Wars, back to the Old Republic, back to any other form of media that they've created in the past. Like, I would personally love a Death Trooper, a Star Wars Death Trooper movie. I'm not talking about the elite force that was in Rogue One. Those guys are cool, but a horror zombie, gruesome, like Star Wars movie based off of that book, Star Wars Death Trooper. Now, I know Disney wouldn't allow something like that, but let's be real. Star Wars is beyond only for children. We will have, a demographic that's built for children, but when it comes to books, novels, comics, it expands past that. We got Star Wars content that's only ages like 18 and up, especially that Death Trooper book. I will always refer to that because it's such a gruesome book, and it's considered a really, really good book too. I've read about half of it, and it's pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie. And I mean, they've also implemented that into that mobile game, Star Wars Commander. But a lot of people seem to be constantly arguing and constantly showing their cynicism with Star Wars. And honestly, I feel like it's time to stop. A lot of you may disagree with me because you guys like arguing about what's been going on with the Star Wars universe. But it's about, a fandom that brings people together. It's about, I'm a member of the 501st Legion, and the 501st does charity work, does nonprofit work, gets people into Star Wars, and that's what they're about, not this array of hate that's been going on for the past year and a half or 2 years now. especially because with what's been going on with politics, and this is mostly in North America. I mean, globally, I guess. What's been going on with politics, what's been going on with even Star Wars politically, has just been constantly just stacking on top of each other, causing hate over and over again. And I'm honestly sick of it. I do have very analytical discussions with my friends about these topics when it comes to politics, when it comes to Star Wars, and it's fine, But there is a fine line between having a discussion and having a one-sided argument and having a biased opinion about it that would cause problems, And I think, people piggybacking off of the hate also to get viewers, because I don't know if you've realized this, but there's a lot of cynical. I've realized this because I've watched a lot of them, because they've been on my suggested feed just to see what they have to say. But there has been quite a few Star Wars YouTube channels that have been just, their only topic is what has EA messed up on. And I honestly, I will agree with them, because EA has messed up a lot. And Battlefront, anyways, but because like I said, I'm cynical too, but I'm trying to keep the peace here. But basically, having YouTube channels that keep talking about this topic over and over again, especially because there's so many of them, it just I can't do it anymore. I just wanted to address this. Let me know what you guys think about the whole Star Wars situation when it comes to the community, because there's obviously some things that I disagree with. So let me voice my opinion real quick. So basically, what I love about Star Wars is what I love about anything that George Lucas produced is the fact that, like, you got anything that he made. Honestly, I loved. You immerse yourself in a universe that's not the real world. But when you have implements of animal cruelty, if you have implements of gender roles into the Star Wars universe, you're breaking me out of that fantasy and bringing me back into the real world. I don't want to be preached at. I already know my right from wrong. I'm here to watch a Star Wars movie, not be preached at. And no one likes being preached at. I don't know if you've ever been to a convention where all those people are picketing, where all those people are telling you what to believe and what to not believe. You get frustrated. You get annoyed. You don't want to be preached at because you already know what's right for you. And if you have people that are telling you animal cruelty is bad, having a woman in power is fine, and I understand this. Having a woman in power is fine. We have movies like Alien. We have movies like Terminator. We have strong female roles that a lot of people are okay with. And then we have something like Star Wars preaching it to you. And trying to prove itself, even though it doesn't have to. If it just, if having a lead female role is just natural, if it's just standard, which a lot of movies have succeeded on doing, and just making it standard and not be preachy about it, we are okay with it. But if you have to preach about it, I have not seen a recent female role telling me I can't. I love my role because we're finally having a female in power. And that's a problem, because you have to say that all the time. Every female role has been saying this all the time. Like, why? Why do you have to tell me this, that we're finally having a female in power? Like, that's super empowering. Like, I mean, I guess because men in power is a standard, so I don't feel like I have to say that. But the thing is, we're living in 2018. Like, I don't see why you have to tell me this. I understand. I'm okay with you being in the position that you are now. Just don't preach it to me. Just don't be preachy about it. But sorry, I kind of. But yeah, no. So that's kind of my take on that. About being preachy about it. I didn't necessarily have too much of a problem with the story, because I did get a little bit excited about, as I talked about in my last video, about the Book of Sith being speculating that being one of the books in the tree of Luke Skywalker in the Last Jedi. But because I mean, every time I watch a Star Wars movie, I analyze every little thing that's in it, because typically they have deeper meanings than what they are. Do I want Rian Johnson to make more movies, though? Probably not. Just because I think, honestly, I want George Lucas back. I just want George Lucas to be a part of everything again. But that's just my opinion. Like I said, if you guys like I said, if you guys have an opinion about it, I would love to hear about them. And I just this has just been lingering on my mind for a while now, and yeah, and thanks for watching. Hopefully I didn't get too off topic or offend anybody. And thanks for watching.